Hey, welcome to Pianist Academy. I'm Szczepanek. Today's lesson is for the new pianist, the beginner pianist, and also maybe even a few piano teachers out there. So let's dive in. Scales. They are a part of every kind of music study on every instrument, practiced by every person who has ever played, ever. If you're a beginner and you're trying to find better hand coordination, scales. If you're intermediate level and you're learning your circle of fifths and key signatures, scales. And even if you're a very advanced student and you want to perfect an aspect of your technique, scales. We just can't get away from them. So if you're just starting out and you're super new to scales, how can we go about tackling this new and difficult thing? Maybe most importantly, how can we begin to build hand coordination, getting our hands to work together and not working against each other? I say the very first kinds of scales that you should learn are the contrary motion scales. Contrary means opposite. This means our hands will go apart from one another, not in the same direction, not parallel like this, but contrary. This might seem like the opposite of how you think you should start scales, right? Or maybe even the opposite of how you were taught at the beginning of your own lessons. You'd think it would be easier to play the same keys or the same note names at the same time, right? C's together, D's together, E's together, so on. But is it really? Let's take a little bit of a closer look. Our left hand and our right hands are actually mirror images of each other. So I like to say that our thumbs are toward the inside of our body, toward our chest. Our pinkies or our fifth fingers are toward the outside of our body. So now we have two words that can define the same thing on both hands at the same time, right? We have inside fingers, we have outside fingers, and the ones in the middle are always moving in one direction or the other. So if we think about that and we come to the keyboard, we can put our thumbs, our inside fingers, on middle C together, right? And now we can place using thumbs and then second fingers, third fingers, fourth fingers, fifth fingers, and then go back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We have just played a 5-finger contrary motion scale, right? It's that simple. Let's do it one more time. Here's thumbs, second fingers, third fingers, fourth fingers, fifth fingers, fourth fingers, third fingers, second fingers, thumbs. Okay? We can even go further. We can play this 5-finger scale in any key at all. So we just played it in C. We can play it in D major. We could play it in E major. We could play it in B major. Right? All of those different things. Now, we can also add to that, and we could start practicing scales in octaves, or even 2 octaves, and they're just about as easy as the 5-finger scale, okay? So if we go back to C major, and again, start with our thumbs on middle C, we're gonna play the first 3 fingers together, seconds, thirds, and now our thumbs are both gonna cross under our third fingers to the next note. And we can keep going all the way to 5. And then we can come back toward the inside of the hand. We get to the thumbs, and now both third fingers cross over. And we go all the way back to the thumbs. So now finding that and figuring out the coordination for the crossover and in 1-octave scale is so much easier than if we're trying to do it in parallel motion. They happen at the same time, right? Same thing with 2 octaves. I'll show you that really quick. So we're going to start the first octave the same way. Thumbs together, second fingers, third fingers. The thumbs cross at the same time. We keep going to the 4th finger, and now our thumbs can cross one more time. And there we are. Now we're in our 2nd octave, and it repeats just like the 1st octave did. We go all the way to the 5th finger, and now we can come back toward the inside. We get to the thumb, we cross with both hands, and now we cross with both hands again to 4. And now we're back at 1. So there's a 2-octave scale, right? A 2-octave scale in contrary motion. Again, just like the 5-finger scales, we can do this in any key, up and down the piano, 2 octaves, maybe even 3 octaves if you're feeling up for a challenge. By learning our scales in this way, in contrary motion, we can learn the foundations of scale playing while not asking our brains and hands to do awkward things. Things like playing different fingers at different times. I know that's important, but when you're a beginner, just trying to build that coordination of playing two hands together can be so daunting, right? So if we can simplify it, where a little bit of that, a little bit of what the two hands are doing is actually the same thing happening in both hands, and not asking for the coordination to get all mixed up, get awkward, get to this really unnatural feeling, right? If we can avoid that, we can actually start practicing scales, building scale technique, working on aspects of attack and other seemingly more advanced things. We can work on those right away, right when we're very first learning our C major scale, right? We can even work on how to build speed up simply because our hands and our brains aren't getting confused by that extra awkwardness that comes with learning parallel motion scales, where the hands are doing very different things at the same time. So remember, when it comes to playing scales, think about learning contrary motion first. Build confidence playing these scales, and then add in parallel scales later on. Okay, that's it for today. I hope these ideas have been helpful to you. Be sure to click that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, ding the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. And remember, practice smarter, not harder. And I'll see you next time you visit Pianist Academy.